morning and welcome. You're watching a CommexFX daily outlook for Thursday, June 18th. The euro rose 0.87% against the US dollar and closed down 1.1343. In the US, the Federal Open Market Committee kept the interest rate unchanged at their historical minimum level in June, stating that the US economy was still not strong enough to accommodate a rate hike. However, it signaled that an interest rate hike was possible later this year. Yesterday, the Fed downgraded the GDP forecast for the US economy to 1.8% to 2% this year from 2.3% to 2.7% estimated in March. The pair is expected to find supports at 1.1255 and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 1.1149. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1.1420 and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1.1479. Trading trends in the pair today are expected to be determined by the US consumer prices and initial jobless claims data scheduled later today. Meanwhile, Greece still remains in the spotlight as the Eurozone finance ministers meet later in the day. The British pound rose 1.20% against the US dollar and closed at 1.5834, after wage growth in the UK picked up more than expected in the 3 months ended April. Data showed that average weekly earnings in the UK climbed more than expected by 2.7% YOY in the February-April 2015 period. Separately, the Bank of England's latest monetary policy meeting minutes revealed that the policymakers were unanimous in keeping the interest rate steady at the last meeting. Additionally, all the 9 panel members left the size of the bond portfolio intact at £375 billion. The pair is expected to find support at 1.5696 and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 1.5547. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1.5923 and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1.6001. Moving ahead, investors would keep a close eye on Britain's retail sales data scheduled later today after strongly bouncing back in April. The US dollar strengthened 0.08% against the Japanese yen and closed at 123.49. Yesterday, data showed that machine tool orders in Japan rose 15% YOY in May, compared to a similar increase registered in the previous month. The pair is expected to find support at 122.65 and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 122.17. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 124.03 and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 124.93. Meanwhile, the Bank of Japan's monetary policy statement, scheduled in the early hours tomorrow, will generate a lot of market attention. The Australian dollar weakened 0.19% against the US dollar to close at 0.7737. The actual FDI in China, Australia's largest trading partner, rose 7.8% YOY in May, compared to previous month's rise of 10.50% and against expectations of an 8% rise. In addition, China's house price index slipped 5.70% YOY in May after registering a slide of 6.10% in the prior month. The pair is expected to find support at 0.7662 and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 0.7591. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 0.7788 and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 0.7843. Gold prices traded higher by 0.25% against the US dollar at $1184.10 per ounce after the Fed kept its monetary policy unchanged during June's meeting. The pair is expected to find support at 1177.53 and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 1168.26. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1192.43 and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1198.06. For an insightful analysis on last week's market trends, please feel free to visit our webpage www.CommexFX.com. Stay in the know by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter and Instagram, circling us on Google+, and of course, subscribing to our YouTube and CommexFX TV channels. Have a great trading day!